Good morning, Julie in Michigan here, and I'm going to tackle this window trim. The wall, that wall could still use another coat of skim, and I'll do that probably this afternoon, unless I go out and do something fun. But so on my table here, I've got everything ready. I've got to wash this, give it a sprucing up because I didn't want to paint over dirt. So my bucket, I'm going to show you some of these things that are pretty cool. You probably have seen these on Amazon. It got some rust in there. Last thing I rinsed. So I'm going to unfold this and I'll put in water, vinegar, a couple drops of essential oil, lemon, and some Dawn dish soap. And then this is my sprayer, which is like so much better than a spray bottle because it's got a push button. I'm going to show you doing it. Oh, that's upside down. There it is on the handle. On off. So I just mix up my stuff and my bucket, and I put the floater in the bucket, and then I use the wand to clean the window. So that's one thing. And then after I get it clean, then I've got to do some scraping, maybe a little sanding. I've got this that I got for the drywall, and I will have to do some drywall sanding. I'm not going to bring a whole sander in here because it blows up so much dust. And yes, I could partition off, to the other room, but still everything that remains in here will get covered with a sheet of dust, and that's just too much work. So then after I clean it and scrape it with those two, then I will paint. I've got two brushes. I've got this one, which is kind of too big for the job because it's just a little trim here and there where they pulled out the old windows, and so it's not a huge job. And I've got a little brush, but it looks like I've used it for something. It's still flexible, but I don't know how smooth the line would be. And I do want that to have a smooth line. And then I've got this little wire sticking out. So I'm going to take these clippers and clip that. It's a 100-year-old house. Start there so you'll understand. There's just going to be all kinds of things that I don't know why or how or what they did anything 100 years ago. So right now I'm just trying to get myself a tiny kitchen that's simple and streamlined and doesn't have anything extra in it. Just a clean little kitchen where I can do just the cooking that I like, not having to have this or that because society's, well, not society, but you know what I'm saying. Just, it's not a regular kitchen. So those are my tools, and I've got it all together, and I've got the thing down, and I am going to go to it right now, and I'm going to let you watch. So this is an experiment. Okay, I'm going to start with opening my bucket, which is pretty simple. Easy for you. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to put some water in. I want to get like at least a half a bucket full. Not that I need that much water, but for the sprayer, it's easier if I don't have to worry about that little filter coming loose. So I've got my water, and then I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of vinegar and a couple of drops of essential oil, the lemon. Is it coming out? Yeah. And just a dab of dish soap because I don't want it to be soapy. But I do want it to get clean. So I want to mix it up with my, go ahead with my stick that I'm going to use for stirring my paint, just to give it a little stir. Yeah, smells nice. Okay. And so the way the sprayer works, I'm loving this, because I'll tell you why. My hand has arthritis, pretty challenging amount in my thumb and wrist area. So those little spray barrels don't work so well. So I put the filter in down into the, and this came with like a 20-foot line. I just cut off to the size that I'm comfortable using, and then kind of wind it down in there. I don't need it all the way. Okay, then I turn on. This is charged through the USB. So much easier that is than fussing with a spray, pump. I'm just going to get rid of everything that's dirty, kind of where I get that on here. I'll do this wall too. That, I think you'll probably like this too. As long as I'm doing it, I might as well do the whole thing. Oh, you know what the best thing? I think that'll work. Let's see. Okay, switch it off. And I can just set this aside for right now. Oh, I got the paints out because I wanted to show you my shirt. I just bought this t-shirt at Kohl's for a couple bucks. It was on clearance. And I got these fabric paints and just kind of winged it. You know, I got the cat there in the house, and just a collage, just so I could have something fun to, and the little acrylics. And so this is just 14, it says premium. So there's, you know, a few colors in here, which I haven't used yet. I've used a little of this and a little of that. So, easy peasy. It was just fun. It didn't have to be perfect. So now, where's my rag? Oh, I've got to go get my rag. I'm back. This is just an old t-shirt that I tore up. I guess I could buy rags, but I don't know why I would want to when I've got old t-shirts. So, yeah, this just loosened everything up. A nice fresh start. You know, there's so much dust, and my cat died last week. Fluffy, my Maine Coon. Boy, it broke my heart. But I don't know why I was going to say that. Oh, cat hair. Because, yeah, there's a lot of dust that comes in. I think from the fires that we've been having. Bless our hearts, bless their hearts in Canada who's suffering with this. But all this dust comes in. And then with summer, I like the windows open. So kind of accumulates a lot of dust in everywhere in the house. And after I get this done, this job with the kitchen, at least the worst of it, I will probably have somebody come in and clean my vents before winter. But I don't want to do it now and then have to fill the air with possibly sanding. I don't want to use the electric sander because it really does produce a lot of dust. It just is everywhere. There's no limit to where it could go. So for now, everything gets dusty, and now everything's clean. So that's done. Now, one thing I noticed just now was I've got some nails that are, I'm going to turn this a little bit, that are sticking around here. This piece of trim, this attaches. Okay, you need a hammer to pull that. Oh, that's a long one. I'm gonna get a hammer. So I like this little tool I got, this Lowe's, of course, that's where I get most everything. So it, you know, it's pretty good, but it's not for bigger. So this nail is, oh gosh, look how long they put that nail in there. Got it. There's another one. That's one. Then I break up that drywall. There. Got that. This one I put in there for being able to hang a rod with the sheet while I'm working. Here's another one. I don't want to go on the drywall. There we go. There's another one over here. Okay, I think I've got all the nails. Then I got this thing. I wonder what that is. Some kind of little, I mean, it's a really thin wire. Who knows? Back there, whatever. So I think I've got all the nails out. I'll leave those into the curtain right now. Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit of scraping here on some of this. I painted it when I first came in. I think you might remember me talking about this. This is a foreclosure. I got a great deal on this house. And already, last time I had it appraised was, I guess I bought it in 2016, and I think I got the appraisal for a refi when the interest rate went so low. So at that point, they wanted to, well, they needed to do a appraisal, and the value was placed at 4 times what I paid for it as a foreclosure. So, but I have definitely put in my work on this house. I think one of the first things I had to do was replace the air conditioner. It's got central air, but it was, I don't know. I got a great deal on it. Costco has those, I'm a Costco member, and it has those, people come in sometimes and do an offer through them. I got a great deal, and I was so happy with the service that I got from the company, somebody over in Battle Creek. Okay. So I probably should let that dry a little bit. Get my paint stuff ready. Okay, I've got 2 paintbrushes here. I might use either one. I'm going to turn the camera down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. That noise was air conditioner blowing my plastic sheeting, my drop cloth. Guess I could have turned off the air, but with it being so hot today, I'm not going to turn off the air. So, okay, just give it, I think it's, yeah, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to start with this bigger brush because I do want this smoother look. I may save some paint by using a smaller brush. I don't know what the advantage of it. I really, this works. So that's done. That's done and that's done. Yeah, it's just paint now. So let me check my drop cloth here. Get that blown out of the way a bit. Is that dry enough? I don't know. Take some paper towel and just wipe down this one panel. And this one. And the top. You know, I probably will put a window seat here to a shelf off here, so that I have a place to set my plants. Just to have some herbs, you know, like oregano, a little basil, a little chives. You know, the things that you know, they're a fortune for if you're trying to get them at the grocery store. So let's see how this painting goes. Direct this more on what I'm doing. And just go over this. Fill in this where the paint got scraped off. So that's where I'm at, and I'm going to turn off. And again, please like and subscribe as I go through this kitchen, and when I'm done, you're not going to believe it. I hope it doesn't take me another 6 months, but at the rate I work, it could. Or if somebody comes along and decides to help me, it could go a lot faster. And that happens, you know, that happens from time to time. I don't go out there and ask somebody. Well, I did, one person, my son, and he's coming, and he has come, but he lives about 3 hours away from me, so. And he's got a family, and he's got a job, and, you know, I'm retired, so I've got time. I've got responsibilities, but I've got time. Not a lot of money, but time. So, again, like and subscribe, please. Please comment if you have something to say. I prefer not to have the negatives, but I know that's an opportunity I'm providing to you when I open it up, that maybe you'll give me a positive comment and maybe you'll give me a negative comment. But I'll know you're alive and you're watching, so I'll see you next time. Have a great day.